we really need to focus now, because if this startup is going to achieve what they want to achieve, they're going to kill Ethereum, Amazon, Google, Facebook. What else, Paweł?
Thanks. Whoa, some wild claims. Maybe Microsoft, but you know. Okay, so for starters, we're not killing anyone. Just a little friendly intellectual competition. I think there's nothing bad about this. So, hello, I'm Paweł. I'm from the Nebula Network project. And a question to start things off: would you borrow money in Bitcoin? Like one person, 2, 3. Okay, so not a good idea, obviously. I agree. Why? Well, it's very volatile. So why is it so volatile? Well, a quick, simple explanation is there's no institution to back it up. But I hear you, crypto guys. We don't want no institution. We want decentralization, basically, right? So how about something else? How about, I don't know, solid backing? Well, most cryptocurrencies, true cryptocurrencies, currently have no intrinsic value. Well, they're cool technologies, but decentralized value is hard. So, faced with a hard problem, let's just zoom out for a second. Let's think about the beautiful building we're in. Let's think about all the nice people around us. By the way, we're all about shared economy. Let's think about the beautiful town we're in, Warsaw, and let's think about all the computers around us. So, fun fact, there are over 1.6 million unused computers and game consoles in Warsaw right now. What a waste, right? And it's good they're not all mining Bitcoin, because that's a waste of energy too. And, well, to make matters worse, you know, it takes more energy to produce a computer than it will actually ever use during its lifetime. Right? So, to put things into perspective, Google uses about 1 million servers. Warsaw, 1.6 million unused computers. Well, but that's just Warsaw. Think about New York. So what we do at Nebula is basically write software to connect all those unused computers and to allow anybody to rent out their storage space, their computing power. So can this be done? Well, people have done similar things to great success. Study at home, BitTorrent. Nebula is doing something similar, but universal. So what can you do on our platform? Well, basically you can rent out storage, both plain and indexed, and computation. Little chunks of LLVM code are executed in a secure sandbox. So now that we have this distributed cloud, right? Well, we have a valuable resource. How do we tie that with a currency? Well, there are many aspects to it, but the key aspect is an emission mechanism. And we have a patent pending on that. So do other people do that? Well, there are some people who do a distributed cloud, but we think none of them tackle the problem as comprehensively as we are tackling it. Why? Well, there are two key innovations that cryptocurrencies brought us, and we're the few ones that innovate on both of them. So we innovate on the distributed money emission mechanism. So we have a team of very talented people, some are here among us. Please have a clap for the team. Thanks, guys. We also have some crazy good advisors who support us and believe in us. And, the team, the total available market is looking good as well. I know some of you might think cryptocurrencies are a bubble. Well, in that case, hard backing is going to become really important soon too, right? So Nebula Network is a decentralized democratic cloud, a cryptocurrency, and of course a new blockchain, because to do all of those things we need some innovations in that as well. So our pre-sale is starting soon. We have investors already committed for over $100,000. And well, join them, join us, and visit our webpage, send me an email, or ask me a cool question.
Can you elaborate on your innovation in both areas? Both the,
All right, sure.
Yeah.
So, that slide, right?
Yeah.
So, distributed ledger, most people put different things on the blockchain, like invoices, data about customers, about deals, smart contracts are being made. And that's all fun and dandy, but we also we have a different algorithm for creating money. Usually money is created when a new block is mined or staked, which is basically a little bit like driving blindfolded, right? So the amount is capped because with each block, the block reward gets smaller. Not with each block, but there are halvings and stuff like that. But it's not taking into account how the network grows, anything like that. So like say Fed is regulating interest rates to sort of match the money supply with the growth of the GDP, or that's what they should do. Bitcoin and Ethereum are just driving blindly on a constant time curve, and we're actually looking what's happening to the network and how many resources are available. So that's our innovation and the distributed money mission. And as for the distributed ledger and blockchain in general, we're developing a technology we call multi-chain, which is basically not everybody is looking at every aspect of the network, which allows us to scale the blockchain, so be much faster, because we need a lot of microtransactions to make this all happen. But that's a complicated topic, so maybe we can discuss afterwards.
So I'm confident that 80% of the people here have no idea what you're talking about. What is it for?
For? Well, it's for, as I mentioned earlier, yeah, you can, if you say store your private pictures and you don't want Google to scan them, you can put them on our cloud. So storage would be one use case. Then anybody who basically wants to use money like cryptocurrencies and wants them to be stable, so for example wants to borrow them, would also be a user.
What's wrong with an encrypted cloud?
With an encrypted cloud? Well, the companies that actually give you services right now don't want you to encrypt the data because they actually scan the data and they use that data to sell better advertisements and stuff.
I understand that, but there are encrypted cloud services.
All right.
So how is this better than a cloud? And let's putting aside security, how is this better than a centralized cloud service? I understand that blockchain is decentralized,
yes,
which everyone loves for whatever reason, but why is it better?
Why is decentralization better?
When it comes to storing your pictures, for example.
That's a whole philosophical debate. Well, first of all, for starters, the topology is better. So imagine we shoot a movie from this event, right? And we're probably here in the same network, sharing the same Wi-Fi, right? So if you want to send me the movie, you basically upload it to a data center somewhere in Dublin, and then I download it back. You upload it, I download it. And if you send it, if you post it, and 100 people download it, now then 100 people download from Dublin. Wouldn't it make much more sense that the data is stored somewhere on the computers around here, like in Warsaw?
I have AirDrop.
Sorry? AirDrop.
I have AirDrop on my phone.
Okay, but when you post to Facebook, you're not using, AirDrop.
How does it compare in terms of price and storage options?
All right, so we're trying to stabilize the price of storage at about 2 nabs per 1 terabyte per month. So basically, that should stabilize the price of nabs at about, $5 per nab. So yeah. So similar to what Dropbox costs now.
Okay, last company that I recall that tried to do this globally was called Group Networks. Group Network, you know them?
Not
Okay,
really,
well, they were
sorry.
trying to do the same thing before the blockchain. They failed miserably. And at the end of the day, Microsoft acquired them for half the money that investors put in. What will make you succeed?
Well, the blockchain. No, jokes aside, what made this difficult before is, well, basically, if people form a distributed cloud, you need some sort of motivation for them to stay in the cloud. Why should you put your computer on and provide resources? Why should you burn electricity, right? Before you had cryptocurrencies, you couldn't really motivate people in an easy way to do that, right? Like in BitTorrent, the big problem is like when people pirate whatever they want, like the newest episode of Game of Thrones, they go offline, like I'm done, right? And that's what limits the performance of BitTorrent, really. So here we solve this problem by basically paying people to stay online, stay connected.
We need to cut it here. Thank you, Paweł.
Thanks.